Hi guys, I'm Max Weinbach with XDA TV, and today we're going to go over some of the XDA team's favorite phones of 2019. So, let's get started. So my favorite phone is actually not a single phone. I have used so many phones this year, I couldn't decide just one. So I picked three. They are the Pixel 4 XL, Note 10 Plus, and Galaxy Fold. The Pixel 4 XL is just an all-around amazing phone, and I just love it. The battery life is fine, the cameras are incredible, the software is so fast, and I just love this orange color with the black sides. It just looks so good. Next is the Note 10 Plus because it has just a magnificent display. I know it's not high refresh rate, but it just looks the best out of every phone I've used, and I've used a lot of phones. It's also really fast, has great software, and really fast software updates, especially coming from previous Samsung phones. It's not going to be as fast as the Pixel, but it's still really good. And then finally is the Galaxy Fold. And I just love this phone. It's just such a fun phone to use. You can just open and close it. I just love it. It might not be perfect, but it is the best. And it is my favorite. It's got everything you could ever want in a phone, and it folds. It's just such a cool concept and such a cool device. And even though it's not perfect, it's still really good.
My favorite phone of the year is the OnePlus 7T. It's incredibly fast. It has a flat screen, so it's easier to use. It's got that 90Hz display, and the price is right.
Hey guys, I'm Sandeep, and in today's video I'd like to talk about my top 3 smartphones of 2019. And I'll start off with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is my flagship pick for the year and also the phone that I'm currently using personally. So this is the first time that I've bought an iPhone for my personal use, and that's because it combines all of the things that I essentially want in a smartphone into one single package. So it has a great camera setup, which is my first priority. It has good battery life and a great screen as well, and on top of that it performs excellently well. And overall I feel that 2019 is a good year in terms of iOS itself being more easier to use for an Android user who's coming to the iOS side as well. Next up is a budget flagship device that I quite liked, and this is the Realme X2 Pro. So this is the first flagship device from Realme, and the main attraction of this, at least for most of the users, would be the 50-watt fast charging. The 4000 mAh battery can literally charge from zero, as that is a fully flat battery, all the way up until 100% in less than 30 minutes, and that's pretty insane. So it kind of changes the way that you would normally charge your smartphone. I'm personally someone who charges it overnight, but with this phone you literally can charge it whenever you want, and you'd still have a day worth of use at any given point of time. So apart from that, also it comes with a Snapdragon 855 chipset. It has a 90Hz AMOLED panel. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner, a lot of other features, and that all adds to a very premium user experience at a price point which is really attractive, and that's why this is another one of my favorite devices of 2019. And lastly, it is the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which is a mid-ranger here in India. It's considered to be possibly the most hotly contested segment for smartphones in India, and also the most widely purchased, I guess, in terms of the sheer number of users. And this is great because it features, for the first time in a long time, a larger battery for a Note series device from Redmi, and that gives better battery life. There's a MediaTek Helio G90T chipset, which is great for gaming, especially for those who play PUBG or Call of Duty, etc. The camera setup is great. It looks amazing, especially in this green color, and overall is great value for money package. And this provides, I would say, 80% of the experience that you would get with the Realme phone that I mentioned earlier at roughly half the price. So that was my top 3 picks of 2019 in terms of smartphones. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have any questions also, please do let me know.
This is TK Bay, and today I want to share with you guys why the Pixel 4 XL is my favorite device of 2019. The Pixel 4 XL culminates the best of what Google has to offer us when it comes to software and hardware for us to have the best experience with Android 10. Google typically releases 2 versions of their Pixel phones every time they release a device. There's generally the standard model like the Pixel 4, and of course the XL model like the one I have right here. I always like to go with the XL mostly because of the larger battery, the higher quality display that we have here, as well as the larger display. So we have a QHD display with a 90 Hz refresh rate. Now the refresh rate is very similar on both of the Pixel 4 and the XL model. And of course the secondary sensor on the back is also very much the same. We get great pictures and the ability of zooming in, as well as the ability of having great nighttime photography and astrophotography. All of this is backed up by Google's image processing that we've come to love ever since the Pixel 3. This is definitely the best experience you can get from a back sensor as well as the front-facing sensor. Now, next to the front-facing sensor, we have something that is very unique this year, and that's the Soli chip. This allows us to have a great experience for face unlocking our device, but not only that, it also includes gestures, the ability of actually swiping away songs from one track to the other, or even illuminating your display before you even touch your phone on the table, because it actually recognizes your hand coming closer, giving you just a little bit of a faster experience unlocking the device and getting into what you want to do right away. With Android 10.0 and the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL, Google decided to bring in the processing of the Google Assistant to be done on the device, meaning whenever we're using the Assistant, it actually launches faster. Using speech to text, if you're actually using speech to text to respond to text messages, or even just using dictation, all of these things are done on device. They're not done on the cloud, which makes them actually run faster than most of your other devices on the market. The other thing that I really love about this device is they actually have a recorder application, which should be coming to other Pixel devices, but it also does transcribing. So not only does it record the audio, but it also does a great job transcribing the conversation live. And you can actually see the words, and not only that, it allows you to actually search through that to be able to find exactly at what point during the conversation you want to be able to jump to.
Hey, this is Joe from the XDA portal, and my favorite phone of 2019 is kind of difficult for me this year because for the first time in a long time I didn't actually buy a new phone. I usually just get the new Pixel, but the Pixel 4 was kind of underwhelming to me. So I think my pick is going to be a phone that's a little underrated in my opinion, and that's the smaller Galaxy Note 10. It's actually a similar size to the Pixel 3, which I have, but you have much smaller bezels, you get the S Pen, and Samsung has actually been pretty good at updating Android, so I feel like this is an underrated phone. Everyone talks about the bigger Note 10 Plus, but I like the smaller size, so that is going to be my pick for the favorite phone of 2019.
Now, a couple XDA team members weren't able to make videos, but still wanted to include their favorite devices in this list. So, first off, Mishal Raham, who is the editor-in-chief over at the XDA portal, chose the OnePlus 7 Pro as his favorite phone of 2019. It has an all-around amazing display, it's very fast, has great software, and it's just an all-around amazing phone. And then Adam Conway, who is a feature writer and senior news writer, along with a video producer over here on XDA TV, chose the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom. That's because it started off, it essentially was the first device in this whole Reno line of phones, which has had a lot of just great phones from Oppo. And it also has amazing haptics, a great display, great cameras, and it's just an all-around amazing device. So thank you guys for watching. We have a lot of different variety here with a lot of different people on the XDA team with a lot of different phones that they like. And it's great to hear what everyone thinks is their favorite phone. And I want to extend that to you guys. So just let me know down in the comments what phone you guys liked. You don't have to have it. You could have just read about it, looked at it, checked it out at a store, seen it with a friend. Just let me know what you guys think is the best phone. It doesn't have to be the best value, just your favorite best phone that you think is the best concept. I'd love to hear what you guys think is your favorite. So again, thank you for watching, and just let me know down in the comments.